Hey, Steve Gamache here for Chef Knives to Go with another quick look product review video. And what we have this time is the Chef Knives to Go bamboo stone holder. And it can either do an in-sink, inside the sink from lip to lip here. It is adjustable, of course, as you can see. It slides back and forth, or you can compress it or not compress it, maybe wider if you want, and it'll sit right on top of a countertop or some other sturdy surface. The bottom of the feet have a rubberized stuck-on strip there, and it actually grips pretty nicely on a couple of different countertops I tried. So you've got that. It can be a little tall on a countertop because you've got this height here from the countertop to where the stone sits, and the stone sits above that. So for some people, it might be a little bit high versus the sink. You do have that recessed area, so it goes down a little bit lower. In terms of dimensions, this is 3¼ inches wide and about 16 inches long when slid down to its smallest size. The stone holder is basically just these are two screws with wing nuts on them. So you've got one for the stone slider, retention slider, and that'll just slide back and forth to where you need it to go. So you set your stone in there, slide that down, put your finger. I don't use a screwdriver. You don't need to tighten these down too much, but you simply tighten that down or snug it up. It doesn't need to be super tight, and then that'll set your stone in there. The nice thing about that is it holds it without having to put any kind of sticky mats or non-skid mats on like you do with some sink stone holders that are just, you know, flat and they don't have any kind of retention on it like this thing. So I'm going to take that back out and loosen this up. Again, I just put my finger on the top of the screw. You don't need a lot of torque here. I'll loosen this one up, and it's very easy. Loosen these up a little bit. Then you can slide it back and forth. This will, you know, depending on what you're doing, this screw could be either on this side of the stone retention device or on the other side. If you want to go really wide, you might have to move this over there, then have this down here, and then this will tighten up. And with the two tightening points, it'll keep your stone holder from zigzagging and wobbly. It'll stay straight for you. So this can easily be moved up here, you know, whichever kind of configuration you need. So once you get that inside your sink, you know, adjust that to whatever the particular width is. Let's say that's it. Then again, put your finger on there, snug that up. Doesn't need to be super tight. And then from there, you've got your sink width set. And again, you'd set your stone in here, slide that down until it's snug, put your finger on there. At least this is how I do it. Tip it up, screw that down a little bit. Again, don't crank it down too hard. And you got a nice sturdy platform. Excuse me. If your stones are the same size, great. If not, you got to use a different one. Then it's pretty easy just to put your finger on there, maybe 3/4 of a turn or a turn, slide that in and out, snug it up, and there you go. If you want to shrink it down for the countertop use, then make sure this one's loose. Loosen this one up, slide it in. I like to align it a little bit, hold it down, tighten it up. And once you got that set, then again, put your stone in. Push that over. I put my finger there. I like to hold it this way. And then just tighten that up. Again, it doesn't need to be super tight. And there you go. So, pretty easy to use. It's easy to clean. There's not a lot of weird cracks and crevices here. So you can rinse it out, clean it, dry it off, and let it air dry the rest of the way. So, nice product from Chef Knives to Go. So, this is the Chef Knives to Go bamboo sink bridge or stone holder.